Hi students, welcome back to the Anand Medical Academy online biology sessions. In this session, we are going to discuss about the specialized connective tissue. Before that, let me recap what we have done in the connective tissue portion. While we are starting with the connective tissue, I said that connective tissue is three types in animals. One is loose connective tissue. In loose connective tissue, matrix is more compared to the cells and fibers, so that matrix is greater than cells plus fibers is the formula we applied here. According to that, loose connective tissue is two types, areolar and adipose. These two comes under loose connective tissue. About them, in previous videos also I have given detailed information. Now, the second type is dense connective tissue. Here this formula will be reverse, matrix less than cells plus fibers present here. Dense connective tissue is of two types, dense regular and dense irregular. Dense regular, nothing but tendon and ligaments, and dense irregular, example, skin. Till here we had discussed. Now, on the other hand, specialized connective tissue is present. The specialized connective tissue is of two types. One is skeletal connective tissue and other one is fluid connective tissue. Today's class is about skeletal connective tissue. Skeletal connective tissue consists of cartilage and bone, whereas fluid connective tissue consists of blood and lymph. The fluid connective tissue portion will be discussed in the very next video session. In this session, I am going to give entire information of skeletal connective tissue called cartilage and bone. Let us see what is cartilage. Cartilage is not hard like bone. Cartilage can become bone. So we can call cartilage is the precursor of the bone. In our prenatal life, means just before birth, entire the development of the baby do not consist of hardness of the bone. So many bones are in their soft nature. That is what? Cartilage. But not according to the place of bone. So many places in our body made up of cartilage. First of all, we have to see the structure of cartilage. Let us see. If you observe the cartilage, the layer around the cartilage is called perichondrium. Perichondrium. Here, terminology plays a very important role. Peri means what? Around. Chondrium means what? Cartilage. So, cartilage means what? Chondria or chondrium. In Latin language, chondria. In English language, nothing but cartilage. So, as the biology born in Latin language, maximum of the terms in biology, if we turn into the English, that is what the meaning. What is the meaning of perichondrium? Layer around the cartilage. Here I can write layer around the cartilage or membrane around the cartilage is called perichondrium. It may be a 1 mark question. And inside the cartilage, the complete portion is called matrix. As I mentioned many times, matrix is the most important thing for entire the connective tissue. In the matrix, there are so many components are present. In that, one of the thing is a specialized protein that we cannot found in any of the tissue. That protein is called chondrin. Chondrin is a protein present in cartilage. Just before you have seen, cartilage means chondrium. Protein, the protein present in the chondrium is called chondrin. Now, inside the matrix, some spaces are present. Spaces means what? Specialized areas where inside the cells were present. If you see, in this space only one cell is existed. But here, in the place of this zone, two cells are exist. Maybe sometime 3 cells may be exist. Or 4 cells may be existed. So here, one student should understand this is what not the cell, or this is what not the cell. This is the place where a space is present, inside that cell is present. Then such spaces are called lacuna or lacunae. What is lacunae? Fluid filled space where cells are existed. I will write here. Fluid filled space where cells exist. The number of cells may be 1, here in case 1, here 2, here 3 or here 4. But the cell present in the cartilage is called chondrocytes or chondrocyte. Cyte means what? Cell. Chondro means cartilage. So here how many cells are there? 4. So quadrate. Here triplet. Here doublet. Here single. So inside the lacunae, number of cells may be 1 or more than 1. This is the specialization of the cartilage. Moreover, inside the cartilage, there is no blood vessel. That is why I have written here, cartilage is avascular. Observe the term, avascular. A means what? Absent. What is absent? Blood vessels were absent. That's why I have written a term, avascular. Avascular means cartilage do not consist blood vessels. Here you may have a doubt. Sir, a particular tissue do not have a blood vessels, then how oxygen and food materials will be get? Means it will be received the oxygen and the necessary food materials by the diffusion from nearest tissue. This is very important. So here in the cartilage, blood vessels unable to grow. So that point also here I mentioned very clearly. In cartilage, blood vessels do not grow. The reason why in many tissues blood vessels are growing, but in cartilage blood vessels are not growing. Reason is the cells are present in the cartilage are called chondrocytes. They release a special chemical that is called anti-angiogenesis. This is anti-angiogenesis means what? Anti means what? Opposite. Angio means what? Blood vessel. Angiogram. Checking of blood vessel. Diagnosis of components present inside the blood vessel is called angiogram technique. Here one should grab that. What is the meaning of angio? Blood vessel. What is the meaning of anti? Opposite. Then the rest of part in the name is genesis. Genesis means what? Formation. Now you combine the word anti-angiogenesis. Component which is opposite to the formation of blood vessel. That is released by cartilage cells itself. That is the reason no blood vessels are growing inside the cartilage. Understand? So now, what is the function of chondrocytes? They helps in secretion of matrix plus anti-angiogenesis chemicals. Apart from the chondrocytes, some other cells also present. They are chondroblasts. Chondroblasts means what? They are precursors of chondrocytes. Chondrocytes are functional. Chondroblasts are immature in nature. Once it will die, it will be replaced by chondroblasts. That is why I have written here precursor of chondroblast. Another type of cells are also there. Chondroclasts. Chondroclasts are phagocytic in nature. Phagocytic in nature. If any bacteria or some germs enters the cartilage part, these phagocytes have pseudopodial-like structures, just like they are modified from monocytes, just like areolar connective tissue macrophages, similar. These cells will go and by the help of their pseudopodium, they will engulf the bacteria and prevent from infections. So they are protecting cells inside the cartilage. These are the different types of cells and characteristic feature of cartilage. Let us see one more interesting thing. According to the ratio between matrix, fibers and cells and also types of fibers, cartilage is of 3 types. Cartilage has been classified into 3 types according to the ratio between matrix and fibers and cells, and also types or amount of fibers. Cartilage is 3 types. Let us see what are they and their specifications now. When we discuss about the different types of cartilages, the basis of the ratio between the matrix and fibers and also different types of fibers existing inside that cartilage, you can find 3 types of cartilages. Number 1 is hyaline cartilage. Number 2 is fibrous cartilage. According to the fibers types present inside that, the fibrous cartilage again divided to white fibrous and yellow fibrous. There are subtypes in the second type, and the last one is calcified cartilage. Each and every one let me discuss in detail. The first one is hyaline cartilage. This is the most important cartilage in animal body. Let us see some features. This hyaline cartilage do not have fibers. So most of the times cartilage of hyaline cartilage doesn't consist of any kind of fibers. If present, suppose if some necessity there, then only few collagen fibers only present. Collagen fibers are in which color? White color. So that they are called white fibers. Hyaline cartilage is translucent and it look like a glass. That's why it is also called glass cartilage. Hyaline cartilage is also called glass cartilage. It is present in many places of our body. It doesn't consist of any salts. Salts like calcium carbonate or calcium phosphate or any type of salts doesn't exist inside the hyaline cartilage, so that it is very flexible. If salt depositions are present, it will become very rigid and tough. It may not have a character of flexibility, but due to the devoid of salts. Devoid of salts means what? Absence of salts. No salts are present means what? Devoid of salts. It doesn't consist any salts. That is why it has a translucent characterization. Let us see some locations. Where does this hyaline cartilage is present? Firstly, it present in the ends of the long bones. Ends of the long bones. If you observe, this is the long bone and it is another long bone. Ends of the long bone, this cartilage is present. So to join in the two bones by the contact of both the edges of the bones, this cartilage is important. So the connection is called articulation. In this case, this hyaline cartilage is called articulate cartilage. According to the location, we can see this name. What is articulation? Formation of joint. When two bones are connecting together by the help of hyaline cartilage lining. Why does hyaline cartilage only helping there? Because hyaline cartilage is present in its edges. So this is also edge of the bone. This is also edge of the bone. Both the ends of the bones, hyaline cartilage is present. That is the reason hyaline cartilage helps in the articulation process, means formation of joints. This hyaline cartilage reduces joint pains comes. Why? Because this hyaline cartilage avoid the friction. Once the hyaline cartilage is reduced or damaged, both the bones are contacted directly and friction happens. That is what called arthritis. joint swelling or joint pains. And on the other places also this type of cartilage is present. Connection of rib bones. Rib bones are connected to the sternum. What is sternum? Here in the rib cage, the middle bone is called, wider bone is called sternum. All these rib bones from vertebral column coming from the dorsal side or back side and connecting here front side, nothing but ventral side. They are connecting by a gum-like structure, that is hyaline cartilage. Here we can give another name, that is called costal cartilage. Costal cartilage means what? Costal means ribs. Rib bones are called costal bones, as it is helping to connect the rib bones to the sternum part. Here in this location, hyaline cartilage have another name, that is called costal cartilage. Articulate cartilage is also hyaline cartilage according to the different location. Costal cartilage is also hyaline cartilage according to the ribs and its connectivity. If we observe another location where hyaline cartilage is present, it is present in larynx sound box, where voice we can produce. This is called voice box. This larynx is made up of 9 types of cartilages. 9 types of cartilages. In that, thyroid cartilage is present. It is made up of hyaline cartilage. HC is the short form. So this larynx as well as trachea, bronchi, all these 3 are made up of hyaline cartilage. If you observe the trachea, C-shaped rings are present. So these C-shaped rings are preventing from the collapse, so that the trachea can be easily flexible because of only presence of hyaline cartilage. In bronchi also, in entire the respiratory tract inside the lungs is very much flexible because all these rings are made up of hyaline cartilage. Here we can give another name for the hyaline cartilage, as we have given here articulate cartilage, and here we have given costal cartilage. In the case of respiratory tract lining, the hyaline cartilage is called respiratory cartilage. Respiratory cartilage. What is respiratory cartilage? Larynx, trachea, bronchi are made up of hyaline cartilage. As that forms a respiratory tract, we can use a term is called respiratory cartilage. So we have seen three terms. Now the last one is nasal cartilage. Nasal cartilage. So nasal means what? Nose. Here nasal septum. Nasal septum is also made up of hyaline cartilage. So if you think this is the part of nose, okay? These two are external nares or nostrils, and here this is the tip of the nose, and this septum is called nasal septum. This nasal septum, if you see this is a very soft. It is bone. Just below the bone there is a soft part is there, but don't consider the tip of the nose. Between the tip of the nose and the hard bone there is a flexible part is there. This is called nasal septum. That nasal septum of animals is made up of hyaline cartilage. There we can give another name is called nasal cartilage. So all these 4 different not types, names according to the locations. What are they? Articulate cartilage that helps to articulation of bones. Costal cartilage that helps to the articulation of rib bones to the sternum. Third one is respiratory cartilage that helps to form the larynx and trachea and bronchi, majority of the respiratory tract. And lastly, nasal cartilage that helps to form the nasal septum that divides right and left nostrils. And one more important and interesting thing is, before our birth, called prenatal life, maximum of our bones are having hyaline cartilage. Suppose the chordate's character, very important character, is called notochord. So I can say here notochord, very important character of the chordates. By the presence of notochord only, we can say this animal is chordate. If it is absent, we can say this is non-chordate or invertebrate. So this notochord is also made up of hyaline cartilage. This is what about hyaline cartilage. Let us see the rest of two different types, that is the fibrous and calcified cartilages now. The second type of cartilage here is the fibrous cartilage. Fibrous cartilage name itself telling that it has fibers. Whereas before we discussed that hyaline cartilage generally fibers were absent. If present, very few number of white or collagen fibers are present. But here fibers should be present. That is the reason we can say it is a fibrous cartilage. But if the fibers all are white, then it is called white fibrous. If all the fibers are yellow, then it is called yellow fibrous tissue. So fibrous cartilage is again divided into two types according to the types of fibers. But one should understand that fibers must be present. These fibrous cartilage do not have salts. So this is the similar point between hyaline cartilage and fibrous cartilage. Hyaline cartilage do not have salts. There is no deposition of salts. That's why it's so soft. And here fibers are present but salts were absent. This white fibrous tissue consists of collagen fibers. That's why they are white in color. And yellow fibers consist of elastic fibers. Elastic fibers, yellow color. That's why yellow fibrous tissue is also called elastic cartilage. Elastic cartilage. Most flexible cartilage in the animal is elastic cartilage. Such cartilages are present in some locations. If we see the locations, this is a very important area. Generally questions coming from locations only. A particular type of tissues exist in a particular type of part, so that maximum times the questions are arising from the locations itself. If you see the locations of yellow fibrous tissue or elastic cartilage, first one is pinna. Pinna means what? External ear. External ear. It is also called ear auricle. If you see entire this part, the flap like part is called elastic cartilage. This is called pinna. It is made up of elastic cartilage. That's why it is so flexible. And the second one is epiglottis. Epiglottis. Above the glottis, the flap like structure is present which prevents the food entry into the respiratory tract, is called epiglottis. This is also made up of elastic cartilage. It is so flexible so that it can open and close so many times per day to avoid the food entry into the trachea. Now another one is Eustachian tube. What is Eustachian tube? This is external ear, and then next middle ear is present. In middle ear, ear ossicles are present. No, there are bones. From the middle ear into the throat, there is a tube-like structure, a pipe-like structure, or a canal-like structure is coming. That is why. That is why when we pour some ear drops due to some infections or pain, we will feel the taste inside the throat. How? Through the Eustachian tube, the small drops are diffusing, and that's why we are getting some kind of a bitter taste. So here what should you understand? Eustachian tube is present, that is connecting middle ear and the throat. That Eustachian tube is also made up of elastic cartilage or yellow fibrous cartilage. Lastly, tip of the nose. Tip of the nose. Just before I have given the details about septum of the nose. This is a septum. But here, if you see the hanging part of the nose, the tip, that is made up of elastic cartilage. I repeat, nasal septum is made up of hyaline cartilage, but tip of the nose is made up of elastic cartilage. So no need to confuse. These are the portions where yellow fibrous tissue is composed of. The next one is white fibrous tissue. If you see the white fibrous tissue locations, they are present in intervertebral discs. Intervertebral discs. Suppose this is a vertebral bone and this is another vertebral bone. Like that, so many vertebral bones are there in our vertebral column, backbone. So in between this white fibrous tissue is present. It is giving little flexibility. Clear? And this type of tissue you can also found in pubic symphysis. Pubic symphysis means what? Hip bone. At the hip bone, hip joint, two coxal bones together connected. There also this cartilage is present. That is what? White fibrous cartilage is present. It is immovable in case of males. During delivery time in the female, it shows very little movement. So these are the different locations of white fibrous and yellow fibrous. The very last tissue is there, that is called calcified cartilage. About calcified cartilage, we can say it consists of calcium carbonate salts along with the fibers. Fibers are there, a little rigidness is present, but not like hyaline and fibrous. This calcified cartilage consists of calcium carbonate crystals, so that it never be flexible. This type of cartilage you can find in pectoral joint of frog. In frog, pectoral joint means what? Shoulder joints are very tightly joined. They are impermeable for movement because they are consist of calcium carbonate crystals with the calcified cartilage. If you want another example for calcified cartilage, you can say vertebral column or vertebrae of shark. Except shark, any vertebrate consists of a cartilage is called white fibrous cartilage. But in shark, we have some crystals that are made up of calcium carbonate. That's why that is very hard. So vertebra of the shark is calcified cartilage. So these are the examples and different types of cartilages. I hope you understand the concept, guys. Just read the textbook which I sent already a soft copy. More than the textbook, all these details helps to understand entire the concept of given questions in the NEET and also attend the exam confidently. Thank you.